Are you familiar with Bessie Coleman? Elizabeth Bessie Coleman was born on January 26, 1892, and grew up in the cruel world of poverty and discrimination. African Americans were banned from voting through literacy tests, poll taxes, economic reprisals, and terrorism. When young Coleman first went to school at the age of 6, it was a one-room wooden shack and a 4-mile walk from her home. Often there wasn't paper to write on or pencils to write with. When Coleman turned 23, she headed to Chicago to live with 2 of her older brothers, hoping to make something of herself. But the Windy City offered little more to an African-American woman than Texas. When Coleman decided she wanted to learn to fly, the discrimination she faced based on race and gender meant that she would have to travel to France to realize her dreams. Very few American women of any race had pilot's licenses in 1918. Those who did were predominantly white and wealthy. Every flying school that Coleman approached refused to admit her because she was both black and a woman. When no black U.S. aviator would train her, Coleman received encouragement and financial support from Robert Abbott, the editor of the Chicago Defender, and black Chicago banker Jesse Binga. Abbott encouraged her to study abroad. Coleman took a French language course in Chicago and then traveled to Paris on November 20, 1920 to seek training to get her pilot's license. She completed her training and received her license on June 15, 1921. In September 1921, she returned to the U.S. where she became a media sensation. Over the next 5 years, Coleman performed at countless air shows. The first took place on September 3, 1922, in Long Island. The Chicago Defender publicized the event, saying the wonderful little woman Bessie Coleman would do heart-thrilling stunts. According to a reporter from Kansas, as many as 3,000 people, including local dignitaries, attended the event. Over the following years, Coleman used her position of prominence to encourage other African Americans to fly. She also made a point of refusing to perform at locations that wouldn't admit blacks. Her dream to open a flying school was never realized, but several years after her death, black aviators formed a network of Bessie Coleman Aero Clubs. Learn more from the PBS Milwaukee in Black past.